Alrighty, guys, it's story time. So, I want to talk about limiting beliefs of ROI specifically. And I'll just kind of walk you through down my experience. And basically, what we're going to be getting to is that you determine which products you should buy based on experience and thoughts and your budget and your time frame and your goals, not what other people assign to you. Now, I will say, let's preface with so many things in Amazon are not one size fits all. And this is no exception, but let's dive into the story and it'll all make sense. Basically, when I started doing this, I was just doing retail arbitrage for like the first almost 2 years. And I was part of a group and I didn't know what normal ROI was, right? I didn't know what was capable. I didn't know what people strived for. I didn't know what I should be doing, but I was told 100% ROI is kind of the name of the game with RA. And by the way, looking back, I actually think that's really good advice. It creates a lot of room for error, especially if you're new, and it's absolutely doable to hit those numbers. And just so we're on the same page, 100% ROI means if you spend $10 on a product, you make $10 profit. So you would get back 20 after fees and everything. Okay. And to me, okay, that's the holy grail. But now looking back on that, I probably left a ton of great products that were 50% ROI, 60, 70, 80, so on and so forth, because I thought the holy grail was 100%. Now, in that example, you're not going to go wrong spending money on 100% ROI products. You're not. And I crushed it. My margin my first year was like 27%, realistically. Like, I think it's a great way to start. But like, there's not a one size fits all. And if someone told me 50, then maybe that's what I would have strived for too. And my numbers would have been very different. Maybe not as good, maybe better, who knows? But all I know is, to me, I had a limiting belief that 100% is what you should be striving for. And I didn't have so much context why. I didn't have hundreds of thousands of products that I've looked at to decide what's doable, etc. Fast forward, I start doing online arbitrage cold turkey about a year and a half ago, taking all of my retail experience and pretty much switching that online as I move states. And everything I heard was 30% ROI, 30% ROI, 30% ROI. And this is where it kind of bit me in the butt, because now that was my new holy grail and my new limiting belief. And the more I did this, like anything, a lot of my things tanked with OA. I was new. I wasn't reading things the same. RA tanking wasn't nearly as much of a thing. And at 30% built in, you don't give yourself a lot of cushion. So my money was tied up. My margins were going down. I didn't understand why. But that's just kind of what I did because that's the norm, right? Fast forward to the last 6 months or so, I put in reps every day. I source basically every day. I am locked in. I have seen hundreds of thousands of Keepa charts if I had to guess, if not more. I have a sourcing partner. I now have a leads list that I source from as well. So I'm being exposed to so many more products. I'm getting so much more feedback from all of my purchases over the last 3+ years. My confidence continues to increase and I become more and more selective. And in my head, 30% is kind of what you accepted. But now my new baseline moving forward is like 40%, and I'm all after the 50%. And now I know that's out there, whereas I didn't previously know that because I just assumed 30% is kind of as good as it gets, except for some one-offs here and there. So in summary, I just wanted to share my experience with you and let you know that by me putting in reps and time and effort, I now know how much is out there. And that makes me more selective. And I know that 40 and 50% ROI on OA is absolutely feasible. Contrarily, with RA, doing 50% is also very good. And it doesn't have to be 100%. In life, there's a bunch of limiting beliefs, right, that we have to smash. And the only way you smash them, in my opinion, is from doing, right? You don't know what you don't know until you learn, and you learn by doing. So I'm not trying to talk about all of that stuff today, but just for the return on investment stuff, I agree that it's great to have guidelines when you don't know what you don't know. 100% you're going to be safe. 30%, it's good to have a minimum, right? In theory, it would keep you safe. But once you put in the reps and stuff, make them tougher on yourself or loosen them up however you see fit, depending on your model and your business, Don't just follow numbers because that's what you hear is the norm. And of course, so many scenarios are unique. If something's incredibly seasonal, incredibly fast moving, people are willing to take less ROI and vice versa. So all I'm saying is think for yourself, put in the reps so that you can become an expert and see what's out there. And yes, it's good to have guidelines, but they are not the end all be all. All right. So I just wanted to share that tidbit with you because I was thinking about that. And especially as my ROI continues to go higher and higher and higher because I know it's doable. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm Jonathan, Duke Does Amazon. There's some links to check out below with some discounts. We're on Instagram as well. I put this stuff on audio on Spotify whenever possible. Duke Does Amazon podcast, link below. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.